Arihara gets the ball for the opener in front of these hometown fans. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, Matt, the first thing we're going to find out is how well this guy pitches with little sleep. I can't imagine knowing that you're going to be the next day starting pitcher the night before. This is a young guy making his first start. Listen, you can only make your debut one time, so there has to be lots going on in this guy's mind. Hopefully he can settle down early and pitch well in his debut.
First pitch, 3-0.
1-1.
Fastball here, not close, and it's 1-1 now. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, it's official now. They will not go 162-0 as they were handed their first loss of the season last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Count is 3-2.
Good pitch there down below the zone. Got him to go after it.
You got to be paying attention as an offense in a hitter's meeting in this situation. When you got a guy on the mound that you know the bottom can drop out of any pitch he throws, you have to elevate your sights.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. And with strike 3 recorded there, he's notched his first career major league strikeout.
Well, Matt, if he can become a consistent strikeout pitcher, you have to figure his career is going to end up being a solid one. All the best pitchers at this level have at least one pitch that they can go into in tough situations. So we'll see if he becomes one of those guys as his career goes along.
Cavan Biggio stepping up now. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. Bases are empty, 1 man out. They have him played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. He's got it on to first, and there are 2 down. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Well, Matty, if I could tell this lineup one thing, it would be let's get on this guy early. Day game in this ballpark, the sun starts glaring, starts getting later in the day, those shadows start creeping in right around the time that bullpen starts getting warmed up. Gotta find a way to scratch a few across early.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
Only 1 strike away from throwing a very strong first inning to begin the ball game. He looks sharp.
Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Throw in time, and the side is retired. So a rather pedestrian start to the top half of the first. And now the Rangers will get their shot in a scoreless ball game. Now at the plate is Eli White. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Rangers, the second baseman, Eli.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a liner. And that's a base hit. So a little first pitch swinging there as he's on to kick off the inning.
I'm shocked he got to that pitch right there. In today's game of loading up, leg kicks, toe taps, dropping the hands, trying to create launch angle, that high heater usually gets by.
Nate Lowe digging in now. A ball and no strikes. And Dan Dero, the Blue Jays, as they enter play here this afternoon, they come in off to a bit of a slow start with just 1 win in their first 3 tries.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
A moment now in Arlington to have a look at the Rangers starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, what's the key to them starting out 1-0 here at home?
Matty, I love the way this lineup's constructed. Talking to the manager before the game, he focused on the fact that they have a pass the baton mentality. Everything's flowing for this lineup. Chance to score a lot of runs.
In now, Adolis Garcia. He sways and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, you got to get rid of it quick.
throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. And he'll watch the fastball miss down low. It's 2-1. White stands at first with one out. Ball three.
We're seeing a good AB here from the three-hole hitter. If he can work a walk or pick up a hit here, he's going to put that cleanup guy in a really good position to do some damage in this first inning.
And that's outside. He lost in ball four.
It's all a part of learning how to pitch in the big leagues. Major league hitters will not bail you out by swinging at pitches out of the zone. So he's going to have to continue to learn how to get guys out at this level.
So that brings up the big bat of Joey Gallo. He was hitless in yesterday's shutout loss, as were many of his teammates. First pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And set up behind the plate is Joe McDonald, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew in this one.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now a ball lined hard toward deep right field. Grichuk is back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out. Here's Chris Davis now. First offering. The fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
2-0 count, runners at the corners. You can bet he's looking for something to drive right here. There's a good chance he gets something to hit, too.
The 2-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
Ready with the 3-0. There's a line drive, base hit to left field. And the run will score as the Rangers strike first to lead it 1-0.
Well, Hero, that question was answered. The green light on the 3-0 count, and he drives the run in from third.
Yeah, if you watched him step out of the box right there, he didn't even want to look down at the third base post for fear that it might be put on. Green light special, Ribby knock.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun. 1-0 the count. A ball and no strikes. Pulled high in the air out to right field. And here's Grichuk to make the catch, and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Texas. Second inning set to go, and up next, a Berkeley area native, Marcus Semien. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Semien stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He was taken in the 6th round back in 2011.
I know a lot of people weren't sure what this guy was going to become, but he has blossomed into one of the superstars in the game. What an absolute steal coming out of the middle rounds.
Now the 2-1 pitch. takes this the other way to right. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. With that, the Jays put their leadoff man on to start the inning.
Boy, just when you like to get one of those shutdown innings, the leadoff guy ends up reaching base right now, and you're looking for that 1-2 inning. Now you have to pitch out of the stretch.
Yeah, I can't tell you how that lights up an offensive dugout right there, getting that leadoff guy on. So many options, puts the pitcher on the defensive and in the stretch.
2-0 to the Jays left fielder. The 2-0 on the way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Calhoun waits on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
That is it.
So here's how the Rangers are positioned defensively. And we get to watch one of the best right fielders in the game today. He brought home gold last year. We know a right fielder profiles as a huge offensive producer, but this guy covers a ton of ground all the way to the foul line with a strong throwing arm.
Can't find the zone there as he lays off the breaking ball.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Tapped out in front of home. Throw in time at first for out number 2. Next to stand in is Lourdes Group. Fouls this one off. Once again a 3-2. Here's a look over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. Payoff pitch one more time.
Hey, have an AB right here. I know it's frustrating the heck out of the pitcher. You keep fouling these pitches off, maybe one misses over the heart of the plate.
Throw over to the bag. Runner back safely. The next 3-2. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
First offering on its way. Brock Holt is at the plate now. He's quickly behind 0-1.
This is one of those classic bunt situations here, but it's not a given anymore like it used to be, and that's the case even more so in the American League.
1-1 the count now. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball in play hard.
Looks at a fastball inside, so he's in the driver's seat. 3-1.
You fight so hard to get into these type of counts. You can't let this pitch get away from you. You have to keyhole something middle of the plate.
And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
And this is the kind of thing that's been happening to him all season long. He'll cruise for a while, hitting his spots, and all of a sudden the wheels come off and he struggles. We'll see if he can recover here.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Eli White is in for the second time here as he looks at a ball high, 1-0.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out. Next, it'll be Nate Lowe. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. He's set and the pitch. Taken high and deep to right. Right fielder looking up to the track, to the wall. Gone! It's a grand slam. So he will touch them all on the grand slam. First home run of the campaign for him, and the Rangers have made this a 5-0 ball game.
Wow, you can understand what the pitcher's thinking. He doesn't have an empty base, and he needs to get ahead of the count. All he wants to do is get that first pitch over for a strike, but the batter knew the same thing, and he jumped all over it.
So now to the plate, Adolis Garcia. As he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one.
This lineup has a chance to knock this guy right out of the game. 4 runs in the inning, and they smell blood.
Boy, Giro, you hit the nail right on the head right now. This is a team that can score some runs. They have a pitcher that's reeling right now. They need to knock him out and knock him out ASAP.
2 balls and a strike to count this half inning.
What's the saying? When you find yourself in a hole, the first thing you should do is stop digging. Well, the guy on the bump obviously hasn't heard that one.
So here is Joey Gallo. Hit it hard but lined out in his first at-bat. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Garcia leads off first with 1 away. Now a throw over. Dive, but he's back. In tight, awfully tight. 2-0 now.
This is why I love having athleticism and speed on your team. You can tell the runner on first base is certainly messing with the mechanics of the pitcher.
And he gets this fastball over. It's 2-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating, feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Popped up. Simeon has a play. 2 down. Next to hit is Chris Davis. He singled first time up. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Ball, that's it.
Hey, this pitcher's going to have to step off the mound right here and refocus. Take a deep breath, something. Can't keep falling behind and creating traffic. It puts everybody on edge, not only himself, his defense, and especially his manager.
3-0 now.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
Here it comes, the 3-0. A runner on first with 2 away. 3-2 to the Rangers' designated hitter.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
And that misses as Davis will reach. It's ball 4.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
So now the Jays manager will make his way out toward the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. So he'll depart early here this afternoon, and you have to figure he will not be thrilled with his performance in this one. And some action now in the Toronto bullpen as a right-hander starts to get loose. The 0-1 pitch. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch.
Yep, that
There's
ball
a
went out.
fastball well off the plate for a ball.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
We got 3
2 men
balls
are
and
on
2
with 2
strikes.
men out. Very weakly on the ground. The next 3-2. Fouled away.
Hey, last 2 pitches back-to-back off speed, then he's late on the fastball. He could pretty much do anything he wants right here on the mound.
Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. Started to go. They'll look for the appeal down to third and ring him up, says the third base umpire. He's gone. But the damage was done right here as you get another look at the grand slam home run. And stepping in, Reese McGuire, and his guys have quite a hill to climb. Down 5-zip here in the early going. Right fielder is on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out. So 1 down, no one aboard. And the big right-handed bat of Randall Grichuk saunters into the batter's box next. That one catches the edge of the zone, called a strike.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Ball.
Can't get him to chase. It's 1-2.
I got the count 1 and 2.
Now a swing and a miss here as he's down on strikes. So it's 2 up, 2 down to begin the third. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Bo Bichette is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2.
Yeah, this is straight survival mode. Down 0-2. The numbers are definitely not
1
with
ball,
the
2
batter
strikes,
here.
down.
Blue Jays shortstop with a 1-2 count. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And it's fouled away.
I know that fastball registered at about 92, 93, but I guarantee you it looked about 4 to 5 miles an hour faster than that
2 and 2.
for this offensive player. After coming off a curveball, the old push the throttle and pull it is being used.
Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Hit hard to short. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit.
Dan, how frustrating that must be. 8th pitch at bat, and he's able to work a base hit.
Bro, he threw everything but the kitchen sink at him. He threw off-speed pitches, fastballs,
And on the 8th pitch, left one out over the plate, just enough for a base hit.
0 for 1 here in the early going.
Nope, that's down.
2 balls and no strikes. Outside, 3-0 now.
Yeah, it looked like he was going to cruise through this inning, but now a hit and a 3-0 count have changed that. Got to get back in the strike zone right here.
And that misses as well. Ball 4, so it's a 4-pitch walk here. 2 men on, 2 out. And Vladimir Guerrero Jr. settles in at the plate. 0-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
0-2 count. Here's the pitch.
That's a ball. The count
If I'm
is
in the
1
box,
and
you
2.
take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
2 strikes.
Trying to pick up that outside corner, but this misses, and it's back to even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss as he chased with 2 strikes, and that will retire the side. Blue Jays leave a pair. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. And we're back for the bottom of the third. Let's check in with Heidi Watney. So now up steps Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. His previous history with Ross Stripling. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. No balls and 1 strike. Line drive snagged on a short hop. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The catcher, number 28.
So stepping in is Jonah Heim, who worked the walk and came around to score in his first trip in this game.
Inside, ball
We'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1. 1 out, nobody on. And here's a fastball in for strike 1. 91 miles an hour that time. And he lays off upstairs, but it's ruled a strike, and he can't believe it. 1-2. And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Ball 1, no
And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. On the line, that's a base hit.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Into the box now, Eli White. In there, a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of 2 ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting lucky.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
1-0.
Nate Lowe is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I got to believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Rangers leave a pair as they're unable to. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Simeon in an 0-2 hole here.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
And this is swung on and missed, and this 4th inning will start the same way he ended the 3rd with a strikeout. There's 1 away.
The left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez.
Teoscar Hernandez digging in now as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. And it's quickly 0-2. Hernandez is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in our sport.
Throw gets him, 2 down. 2 are gone now in the Blue Jays half of the 4th. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. But the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Throw into second, and he's able to hustle his way up to second as he'll reach here with a 2-base hit.
Sometimes you got to tip your cap. The pitcher spotted his pitch down the zone right there below the knee. Offensive player was all over it.
Strike 1 to start the at-bat. On its way, the 0-1 pitch.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Going to have to make something happen with 2 strikes now.
And a changeup here, but that's taken low in the dirt for a ball. Slider whiffed on for strike 3. A great pitch to put an end to the inning. So they can't make anything out of a 2-out double. More from Arlington after this. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And next will be a speed threat in the form of outfielder Adolis Garcia.
This is when you got to get selfish. You cannot get complacent or overconfident right here. These days don't happen often. When you got your foot on the accelerator and the entire offense is feeling pretty good, get greedy and keep getting knocks and putting pressure on the defense.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Bichette gathers it in. Throw to first will get him. Already 2 away here in the home 4th. Base is empty, 2 away. And that'll bring up the big-time power bat of right-handed hitter Chris Davis. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. Grichuk will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that. Welcome back to Arlington. Before we get much further, let's check in with Heidi. New inning set to get underway, and now it'll be the catcher, Reese McGuire. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike 1. McGuire, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He's in his 4th season as a major league player.
Let's see if he tries to climb the ladder right here, change his eye level, or bounce something in the dirt.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Up with it, Heim. Throw down to first, 1 away.
Well, you know you made a real nice pitch when you bounce it in the dirt, and you still get the hitter to swing at it. That tells me that there's a lot of deception in that pitch right now.
Here's Randall Grichuk. He'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
Count 1-0.
Hard hit ball towards the hole. There's Kiner Falefa. In time to first, and there are 2 away. And now in the box, Bo Bichette is working on a 1-for-2 game so far. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time.
That elevated fastball right there, that is the biggest change in the game today.
We'll have to leave it there as the play is made for the 3rd out. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. They can't chip into that 5-0. Now into the box, Willie Calhoun. 0 for 2 for him to this point.
The left fielder.
Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. Lifted down the line in left. And foul.
Not surprised he's laid on a heater right there. Just saw an off-speed pitch. Wanted to stay back a little bit too long.
Now a swing and a softly hit ground ball. Here's the 1-2 delivery.
2-2.
Don't be surprised if he gets another back foot slider right here. Don't think for a second, just because he took the first one, that this pitcher won't come back exactly the same way.
Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Springer has a read on it, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
The batter, number 9.
Into the box, Isaiah Kiner Falefa. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. Swing and a liner. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Wow, he almost blew that fastball by, but he shows some quick hands to catch up to it and drive it down the opposite line. Didn't keep it fair by much, but he did, and that's a nice 2-bagger.
At the plate, Jonah Heim. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He went down on strikes last time up. 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1. One and two now as that one's fouled off. From the stretch. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with. Here's Brock Holt now, runner in scoring position with Cigar. Decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Well above the letters with the fastball that time.
Now you can see he's working around this guy right here. Why not? First base is open. Walk wouldn't be the worst thing in this spot.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Springer giving chase. He can't get there, so the inning will continue. And add one more as this is now a 6-0 ball game.
Boy, talking about picking your teammate up after that strikeout, D-Lo. Big, and I mean big, 2-hard RBI single.
Yeah, way to come through for your team. When you take the donut off your bat right there, you're trying to pick up your teammate. He had the right game plan, didn't come outside it, stayed through the baseball, and was able to come through.
Yeah, close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. It's a run on 2 hits here for Texas. We're through 5. So now into the box is Cavan Biggio. And through 5 turns at bat, they've only mustered a total of 3 hits. Not terrible, but they're certainly not firing on all cylinders.
Well, it's getting a little bit too late in this game if this continues like this. In today's game, with so many dominant bullpen arms, you certainly don't want to wait until the 8th or 9th to try to wake the bats up.
Ready on 0-2. Bounce to first. Scooped up. And he'll step on first himself for the out. So the next to bat will be Vladimir Guerrero Jr. It's been an 0-for-2 effort for him to this point. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And looked like ball 2 below the knees, but it's ruled a strike, and that evens the count at 1-1.
You can tell this guy's got great feel for all this stuff right now. To break out that nasty hammer right there, this guy's on point.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. And the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Front door with the curveball, and he catches the corner for a called strike.
Hey, I don't blame him for giving up on that curveball. That was a rainbow coming out of the sky. Stole a strike.
Bounce it to the left side, and he won't even think about second as he'll flip on to first for the sure out. Now to the plate, here is Teoscar Hernandez. 0 for 2 with a fly ball and a ground out on his line to this point. 0-1 the count. From the belt, kicks and deals. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
Tough spot to hit here as a hitter. You have a base open, so you have to almost be trying to think like the pitcher. Is he going to try to pitch around me, or is he going to come in the strike zone?
Now the 2-1 pitch. Oh, and that's knocked down.
Oh, he did.
Heck of a job by the batter right there. You would have thought he bought himself a fastball, but gets an off-speed pitch, doesn't try to do too much, and drives it for a base hit.
George Springer is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. He's 1 for 2 in this one. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Well, the Blue Jays have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. They're hoping they get it right now. This would sure be a good time.
Runners on first and third, 2 away. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
Team's been struggling on offense. Let your D work for you right here. Pound the zone.
Now the payoff pitch home. And he misses with it for ball 4. So the bases will be loaded now with 2 away.
That's a big no-no. He obviously had to work carefully with 2 men on, but he did not want to walk him to load the bases. Now he's really got his work cut out for him. We'll see how he fares here.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Here's the first pitch. Lourdes Gurriel is in for a third plate appearance as he watches one miss inside. It's 1-0. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. Guerrero on third. Hernandez on second. Springer on at first with 2 down. One and two. Here it comes. Now about a 58-foot breaking pitch that he wisely lays off here.
I'm seeing all the signs of fatigue right now. This is when you
looking at a fastball to end the inning. Blue Jays strand 3. They won't make a dent in a 6-0 deficit. Now at the plate, Nate Lowe flew out last time up. First offering. Fastball runs a bit inside here. It's 1-0. And right into the shift. But a foul ball, 1-1. And now pitch on the way. That's lifted the other way out to left. Hernandez is in pursuit. He's there and records the first out. Now it'll be Adolis Garcia. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And now the first pitch.
Ball.
6 runs, 8 hits, and no errors in the contest for the Rangers so far. Looked like he wanted to clobber that one, but it's 1-1. The ballman 2 strikes.
Count 1 and 2.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he can go in right here.
The 2-2 one more time.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
And obviously this guy's a double threat up there. He can run and he can go yard too. You don't want to walk him because he might steal a base on you, but you don't want to groove a fastball either because he can take you out of the yard.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Adolis Garcia becomes out number 2 this inning.
Yellow.
Ground ball right side. Simeon's there. Throw to first, beats him easily, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this. Now to the plate, Reese McGuire, 0 for 2 on his line thus far.
Number 7.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound. Dennis Santana is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 56.
First pitch of the AB now. Fastball here as we'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 count, the pitch. Down the third baseline. But this will get fouled. 2-1. Swing and a line drive. But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
Now batting.
Randall Grichuk at the plate now. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. In there, 0-1. No runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. Here's a swing and a ground ball. That's through, and he's got his first base hit. He's 1 for 3. At the plate now, Bo Bichette, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a miss here, and he's behind in the count now, 0-2.
That's 3 straight sliders in a row. I'd be shocked. I would be shocked if he went to that well a 4th time. I'd be looking deep.
On the first, it's a double play as their woes continue. Trent Thornton comes on the pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. First pitch on its way. Chris Davis is in to start things out as he swings and misses at that one at strike 1. Now some definite signs of life in that Toronto bullpen. Both a lefty and a right-hander begin to throw. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. Up next for the Rangers, Willie Calhoun. He flew out in his last debut. Now the first pitch. Ball 1. 2-0 the count to the Rangers left fielder.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Into the windup and the pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Springer has a read on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 9.
So next to the plate for Texas, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Talk about stopping the bleeding right here. This guy has come in and just executed everything he's wanted to against this offense. Nice to settle the boys down, maybe regroup, and we can get the bats going.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. This one's flared off to the right side, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. And now here is Cavan Biggio. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1.
Probably a design take right there. They need base runners, so they're going to make them try to bring the ball in the strike zone.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Now the 1-1 pitch.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Down.
Lifted into center field. Center fielder on the run. He makes the play. A fine running catch to get the first out of the inning. Next, here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Singled in his last at-bat. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Calhoun waits on it. 2 gone. Next to dig in, Marcus Semien. Grounded out in his last at-bat. And that one yanked just foul.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
This one's down to third. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Blue Jays go down in order. They still find themselves ready to go for the last half of the inning, and digging in is the switch hitting catcher, Jonah Heim.
Nope.
A ball and no strikes.
Ball 1, no strike.
Grounded to the right. Oh, look at the sliding stop. It's in time. Stepping in next, Brock Holt. Lifetime versus this pitcher. A number of meetings. He's 1 for 7. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Ball, that pitch is up. Ball in.
Here it comes, 2-0.
That's ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes.
Eli White waits on deck. This is flared out towards second. And that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
That's got to be frustrating right there. You execute a pitch, a nice, good pitch right there. Batter's able to get a little lucky, stayed through it, caught it off the end of the bat. Not his best swing, but he's able to find a hole in the outfield.
Eli White is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Next up is Nate Lowe, flew out last time up. From the belt, kicks and deals. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider, just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
Lifted in the air to center field. Springer able to track it down for the 3rd out. So kicking off the top of the 9th is Teoscar Hernandez, and they could use a spark from him here. Now time is called as both guys in the bullpen are ready to go.
Number 31.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. On the run is Calhoun. The throw into second. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, it isn't exactly earth-shattering, but when you struggle like they have in the plate all day, you take any extra base hit that you can get. If they can string together a few at-bats like that, they're going to get right back into this thing.
A hit and 2 tries for him so far. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Hernandez leads off second with nobody out. And that's on the outside corner, 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And a full count to George Springer. It's 3-2. Now the 3-2 pitch is swung on and missed, strike 3. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Lourdes Gurriel, 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Calhoun is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning.
Number 7.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. Reese McGuire is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. 2 outs here with a runner at third. There's the knuckle curve laid off, 1-1. Hit back up the middle. There's Connor Falefa. Throw will be in time to get him at first base, and the Rangers have taken the opener here at home as this ball game is over. 6-0, the final shutout score today. The Rangers jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Kohei Arihara gets the win on the mound, his first of the year. Alek Manoah was unable to work out of the second inning as he sat with the loss. So that will wrap things up. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our whole crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, head to theshow.com.
For our ball game this afternoon. First for the victorious Rangers, 6 runs, 9 hits. For the Blue Jays, no runs, 7 hits. Inside the Show. And now your host, Justin Allegri.
They're baseball fans.